Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Arknights. This is your host River Foxen, and so I did originally record with the thought that I was going to be doing separated episodes like I discussed in the last episode, but I ended up deciding to just kind of keep going the way that I've been going. So there'll be like maybe a weird edit for the first part of this video, and then we'll move into the second part. As before. The main reason this was because when I recorded the first episode, it ended up being really short because it was a really quick and easy mission. And then the second episode ended up being, or at least the second mission, ended up being really long. So I decided that, it was better to just kind of record for like a once a week episode that I can mix and match how much is in each episode based on kind of how long things are taking. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Anyway, since last episode I did level a lot of people up, and I've put Teleopsis in my team. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and try her out. So let's move on to Operation S3-2. So this basically, it's going to be kind of an expansion of the last one. So I believe we're going to basically see more of the quote-unquote invisible guys, which are guys that can't be targeted until they're blocked, I believe is how I would describe it. So I think in the last operation, I think at one point I got confused because I had Rosmontis out there and she wasn't attacking anybody, and I thought, oh, is she on like some sort of like cooldown? I think I referred to it as being stunned. I thought maybe she was on a cooldown, but it turned out that basically nothing in her range that she could attack because they were all these quote-unquote invisible units. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. And we'll go ahead and pick a support unit. So we got Saga here. And Aephalia. Bagpipe. Bagpipe could be good. Just going to look and see what is over here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try Saga again. I did use her in the last operation. I accidentally retreated her, but now I might have a better idea of how she works. So, interestingly, is anything that she quote-unquote kills actually is left with 1 hit point, and is considered a critically wounded. So either it will automatically die after 10 seconds, or if someone is behind her, they will be killed and grant 2 SP to the attacker. So that's interesting. I'd kind of want to put her in front of somebody who I want to get SP. So that could be interesting how that will work. And then, so her skill instantly generates 4 deployment points, deals 320 attack at 6 enemies. I think I kind of saw what this was doing last time. And it kills the enemies that are critically wounded. So that would give her SP, so that I could basically be spamming her skill. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Operation S3-2, Lurking 2.
安心して、アーツのコントロールはちゃんとできるから。
Alright, let's see here. It's gonna go this way, huh?
たくあん漬け。
ロックン少女。一気に型をつける。節操に任せ。納豆ご飯。
みんなこっち来て。
戦場に出たからには死ぬ覚悟決めろ。
毒薬の準備が整いましたわ。たくあん漬け。
納豆ご飯。
幻覚が見えるかしら。
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
冷静に。この毒は
戦場に出たからにはそのキリスン。
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。我が三つ息が汝に死をもたらさん。今から起きることを見たくないなら。
I don't know if anything's gonna make it into her range.
節操に任せ。納豆ご飯。
幻覚が見えるかしら。
害虫だ。
たくあん漬け。
納豆ご飯。
Oh, that's not her.
我が三つ息。
Oh, I got distracted and let something get by over there.
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
本気で行くよ。ターゲットロックオン。
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
あなたのことあなたは知らない。知らせないように気をつける。おバカさんたち、
戦場に出たからには死ぬ覚悟決めろ。この程度で止まると思うの？
わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。プログラム医療プロセス開始します。
どけ。
I think Rosmontis
お
is
待
gonna
ちしておりましたわ。
deal with this, but let's try and make it end a little
了解
sooner.
しました。
All right. Okay, that one wasn't so bad. I did get a little distracted. I sometimes have issues when there's like two paths and I'm like looking at what's going on in one path and then I kind of miss something. So I didn't see Saga. I was worried about somebody losing HP over here. Someone was taking damage over here. And I didn't realize that Saga had gotten low. But it all worked out in the end. And I think I got some good use out of her before she went. And we're back, and we've got a new character. We have Whisper Rain here, so I am swimming in really good medics lately. She is interesting in that she is a different kind of medic. She is got a long range that falls off over distance. But I don't know where I would use her right now. I'm just gonna stick with my owls. Silence and Teleopsis. But who knows? This is somebody who could be developed later, but I'm not sure. But yes, I mean, I am swimming in high quality medics now. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Oh wait, before we move on, I should mention I did level up everybody a couple levels. because we're going into a boss fight. And this one is a higher level than what we were doing earlier, so I went ahead and leveled up everybody accordingly. So in this one, we have a boss here. I believe I've seen this guy in a music video. If it is who I think it is. So yeah, we've got everybody's just kind of gonna move up north. Probably gonna have people coming in from the wings. So he's gonna hang out here for a while we're gonna deal with stuff up here. So anyway, I'll have to figure out how this is gonna work. We have bushes. Bushes could be useful. I could possibly set up some attacks from the bushes to whittle him down before he goes up here and destroys my my vanguards. We'll have to see, because I don't know what else is coming, because as usual I am doing this blind. So anyway, let's go ahead and start and pick our friend units. So I'm actually definitely going to be going with Saga. Actually, do I want Saga? I mean, I do, but I'm trying to think. Because my plan with Saga... The reason I wanted to grab her is because, so currently in my team, my other Vanguard is Myrtle. But looking at that kind of too wide lane that I'm going to be defending, I want a blocker. But now the question is that if I'm gonna block that far up, Saga lets things by her for a while with 1 hit point, so I immediately need to put something behind her to finish things off. But so maybe Bagpipe would be the one to... Well, first of all, let me see what if Bagpipe... No, well, I mean, she could. She blocks 1, but she's not the... I want someone who blocks 2. Basically, they're going to be my defender before I put in defenders behind them. And then it maybe swap them out with guards. I don't know, depending on how the situation pans out. Well, let's give it a try. I mean, worst that can happen is we'll have to try again with somebody else. But this is my team right now. So, what do you think about Penguin Logistics, Amiya? We're pretty good, aren't we? Well, I want you on my team, but I haven't been able to get you. Yeah, you're great. Whoa! It feels pretty embarrassing getting complimented by a little girl. Watch your mouth. She's our client. Oops, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. It's you who we should be thanking. So, we've met up with Rhodes Island. What's next? I might need the LGD to come to a decision before I give my input. Is that so? I'll ask them to come take a look over here then. This terrain. Reunion must have lured us here on purpose. Nothing but sand and rocks in this wasteland. It's got all the makings of one of those movie showdowns. The only thing that's missing is the enemy, huh? Hoshiguma, stay here and back up Rhodes Island. Very well. I'll take the LGD and change positions. If this stalemate continues, we won't be able to control Reunion's escape routes. Understood. You take care as well. Whoa! That was a really strong wind. Ugh, the visibility's getting really poor too. I can barely see ahead of me. Don't go any further. Reunion might wait for us to fall into their trap before they attack again. We can't let that happen. How about this, Amiya? Liskarm and I will fight for control over the high ground around here and scout out the enemy. Until we notify you, stay in this position. Just don't rush out to us, even if it looks like fighting is getting intense, Amiya. I know. I'll make my own judgment call. Doctor, you keep an eye on her too. We'll be in touch. The ruins are empty. The high ground is currently undefended. That's curious. Does Reunion not have any commanders? Franca, is something wrong? This place was supposed to be easy to defend but hard to attack. Maybe this place was supposed to be. A little translation error. There's no way that Reunion hasn't set up an ambush. Die, traitors! No sense of humor. Franca, behind you! I see Reunion forces coming up from the nearby ruins. I couldn't see her sword? How is that possible? Haha. Did you really think you could ambush us from there? Don't you think you're underestimating me? Black Steel! Fall back! Hurry! I really thought there'd be more Reunion goons up here. I was even walking on tiptoes. Turns out it's just a bunch of cowards. How disappointing. You're going to get disappointed over that? More importantly, we have to go after them. Don't let them get away so easily. Amiya, what do you think? I think it's best not to risk it. Let's let Penguin Logistics stabilize the situation before we decide on the next thing to do. Exusiai, can you prioritize securing the high ground? Sure thing. I'm on my way. Good. Continue pressuring the enemy. Don't let Reunion stage a counterattack. Reunion is trying to regroup after retreating a bit. They're bringing something out. Watch out. That thing is no ordinary thug. I never expected Reunion to be working with... Could that be? Working with who? You're right. This Reunion soldier does look different. Could it be? Viscar, we're currently working with the LGD. It's probably not the best time to be talking about sensitive topics. Understood. I'll tell you my theory next time. Everyone, please get ready. This might be a very difficult battle. Operation 3-4. Crack. Right. So we'll put you there. I kind of wanted to put her here. Oh well, it's going to be fine. We need a medic now. Shoot. Alright. I already messed up. Alright, let me think about this. Because I have to defend the two lanes quickly. Okay, well, we have to start over. I'm already about to lose. Alright, I'm just thinking to myself. Alright, so let us start again, see who we can pick. So now things are a little different. We have a different option here. Because now I'm wondering if Siege went down pretty quickly. Trying to think. Let's see what she does here real quick. Talent is Attack +2 stacks up to 10 times, so. AoE arts damage. I mean, she could be useful. I have a feeling that I would go either Dusk or Aephalaya with these options because of that big boss that's going to show up. He looks like he's high defense. I don't know for certain because I haven't actually seen his stats, but which is why I would be thinking I want heavy arts. But now I'm a little worried about Myrtle because but then I'd have to level up Zima to bring her in there. I think I can go with this, but I think that I might have to bring in a defender. I think what I should do, maybe, hold on, let me see something real quick. She would need to get charges. So maybe what I'm thinking is actually I bring out Siege, but then bring out Saria, and hope that she can actually heal Siege while I bring out an actual medic. Because that was the kind of the problem, is that I brought out two vanguards, and before I could bring out a medic, Siege was critical. It's the only thing I can think to kind of deal with. I mean, other than bringing out a medic first, and then maybe bringing out, Siege is my second character. That could actually be the way to go, because Siege won't generate the DP immediately on coming out. So maybe leading with Saria, who will then gain some stacks, and then bringing out Siege second is the way to go. It kind of goes like I normally bring out my vanguards first because I want their DP generation going as soon as possible, but given how things went, I need some higher defense earlier. I wonder if I can do it in time. I think I'll be able to get him in time. Now I'm gonna need to get a medic. Oh shoot, but this thing just got by. And another one got by. Oh, this is already tough. Hold on, I want to start again. I'm trying to... yeah, this is... it's tough. Maybe I need to just lead it with two defenders. No, two guards. Oh, defenders, yeah. Because they are... things are just leaking by. I mean, she... sorry, I'm just a little lost in thought. Let me go ahead and restart.
いや、私は撤退しない。みんなを失望させるのは絶対嫌。 だ剣だって震える。
And let me check something real
剣
quick.
を捨ててもいい。
Yeah, she blocks 3,
それ
which
でもまだ
is what
戦
I
えるよ。
want. So I'm
絶対に
wondering,
行か
do
ない。
I need to lead with 2 defenders to get maximum blocking and then... It might be what I need to do. Now, let's try again. Let's see here. Let's go with Ayafalaya. Because I'm not having a whole lot of luck with my vanguards first, so that's why I'm picking Ayafalaya over Bagpipe. Because this is kind of throwing my usual strategy of leading with vanguards on its head. Looking like I need to lead with defenders that can last long enough for then me to get some healing out and then start supporting them. This is kind of the problem, is that I'm having a hard time just starting. So anyway, let's try again. Let's see, now I'm worried about DP generation. I mean, I could do something like this, but I don't have her healing ability. And nobody is getting... Yeah, and something got by. Yeah, this is not working. Yeah, another thing got by. See, how do I... Oh. Just trying to think, like, how am I supposed to... Yeah, this is not gonna work. I'm at such a loss, like... How do I deal with this? There's just too much stuff. Yeah, see, he's already... Like, I need to get...
安心して。アーツのコントロールはちゃんとできるから。
害虫が。ビクトリアのバグパイプ。波状棒とともに参る。
Right. Something's gonna leak by here.
ここっていい景色だね。
Oh no, it's gonna leak by on the other side.
面倒。
諦めるな。
Alright. Think I've got some DP generation here. Maybe bagpipe was the way to go. I need to get healing.
お、
Not you. Oh,
ご指示を。生命を救済シュールは慈しみ。リンゴちゃん。
and now we got flyers coming in.
この程度で止まると思うな。
冷静に。
Oh, we've got a lot of flyers.
幻覚が見えるかしら。
I need someone to help deal with flyers.
了解しました。この毒はゆっくりとあなた方の命を蝕みますね。
Oh no, my medic bit.
アーツユニットチャージ中。
Oh no, that wasn't my medic. That was my. Oh, I didn't realize who it was that bit it. It was blue poison that bit it. Oh no.
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
I don't need
初期化
you
完了
here.
しました。貴様の生死は私が決める。はい。この声は泣いている。あなたのことを見たければ叫ぶというの少しは楽になるから。待機中。思考を明晰にするは戦術。本気で行くよ。やっちゃおっか。慌てないで。
諦めるな。 諦めるな。
貴様の生死は本気で行くよ。
Oh man.
毒薬の準備が整いましたわ。
Some are gonna make it through.
この毒
Ooh, they didn't.
ゆっくりとあなた方の命を蝕みますのね。ちゃんと直すから。はい。あなたの考えはお見通しですよ。我が三つ駅が放送すれば
This is crazy.
諦めるな。
私を呼び起こしてくださったのはあなたですね。
Oh, I should put it over here.
準備はできたか？
So here's the big guy.
諦めるな。
ご指示を。邪悪を壊滅しうるは勇猛さ。
Oh man, she is so immediately gone.
強化しろ。
ちゃんと直すから。ターゲットロックオン。我が三つ駅汝に死をもたらさん。戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟を決めろ。ドクターの言う通りにするよ。はい、こっち向いて。やっとの時は見たければ叫
叫ぶというの少しは楽になる。あなたの考えはお見通しですよ。
I make it, it's gonna be a miracle. Oh, I think I did it.
Mission accomplished.
What the hell? All that for only a single reunion squad? And a really big guy. Now that was the highlight. I'm totally exhausted just from dealing with him. So am I. So am I. Impossible. How could so many infected vanish so quickly? Was that giant guy just a diversion? Did Reunion manage to completely evacuate this area in such a short period of time? No, Madame Shen should have blocked off their escape route. I'm not seeing the designated waypoint. Something isn't right about this. Weeds, ruins, sand dunes, all of which are potential spots for an ambush. But I'm not seeing anything. No footsteps, no sounds of clothing brushing against plants, no smell of explosives. I can't tell what's going on. Penguin Logistics, wake up and do your job. This isn't right at all. Hush. What's that sound? Huh? It's from underground? Amiya, the noise is coming from underground. Huh? Doctor, get down now. These guys will really stop at nothing. How did you block that? My Hanya is not something you can penetrate. We'll see about that. The temperature is rising sharply. Is he trying to detonate his staff? Doctor, run away. At that distance, you'll... It's over. No! No! You can't! I won't let you hurt Doctor! Oh my. You are powerful. But look at you. You're so strong. It hurts. Even though you have this kind of power, you still, in cold blood, watch your fellow infected. I can't forgive. I can't forgive those like you. Ugh. No, don't.
全ては秩序にのっとるべきだ。
Oh my. Well,
摂理に反すること
plot really thickened
誰
there.
にも許されない。
Right. So that one, that was a tough one. That took a while. So I think this is where we're actually going to end this episode. The first part, which I recorded thinking maybe it would be a single episode, was too short. And then this one is long. At least if I don't edit out all. Depends on how much editing I do to all the failures. But man, that was a tough mission. It kind of really required me to think a little differently. Which actually is, I guess, what's cool about this game. You know, it is very strategic. Even if you have really powerful units, you still have to think strategically. You can't just overpower. I mean, maybe I could if I were like max level or something, but you know, it's just, you know, like I said, I'd kind of been led into a certain strategy which has been working for me, but it didn't work in this one, and so I had to kind of think a little differently. But we managed to do it, so that's where I'm going to end this episode. So if you enjoyed this Let's Play, be sure to like and subscribe and click the bell icon if you're so inclined. And I'll see you later.